Hi, everybody. Okay, I hope everybody's back into their seats. And I do have a few videos to show you. This is for our monthly digital citizenship that videos that we're going to watch each month. This month is all about digital etiquette and the way you should um, follow, certain rules and politenesses for using technology. This very first one is about cell phone etiquette. It's actually kind of funny. It's a little bit dark, so you may want to go ahead and turn off all of the lights. Feel free to pause this video while you get that part taken care of.
We are gathered here today to pay our respects to someone who was dear to so many of us, just as the Israelites wandered through the valley in search of bountiful pasture.
Hey, man. I can talk. Cell phone karma. It's real.
Okay, so obviously, I don't think anyone is going to have a squirrel attack them at a funeral if they use their cell phone, but basically just sort of showing that, there are appropriate places to use our phones as well as the places that are not appropriate. I know when I just recently went to go see Hotel Transylvania at the movie theater in Richmond, that, a long time ago when I went to see a movie, not that long ago, but even just a couple months ago, they used to just say, be kind, be courteous, turn off your cell phones. Well, now it says that you will be asked to leave. And I would assume that that means you will not get a refund for your money. And they are also counting not just the ringing to bother people, but the light from texting. So, a movie theater is definitely not a place to have a cell phone out. Anytime someone is presenting something to you, whether it's a teacher, at a play, in church, at a funeral, wherever it might be, that obviously is not the best thing, best place to have a cell phone. In my house, I have a no cell phone rule at my table for dinner because I just feel like why are we trying to talk to people on our phones when we have company right here in front of us, even if it's just my immediate family. I know some people's families, like even your parents, are on your phones while you're eating dinner, but I kind of feel like if you guys are there together, that you should talk to each other. So if maybe you stop using your cell phone at the table, they will too. And if they don't, then maybe talk to them about it, about if it bothers you and kind of move on from there. Okay, so this next video kind of includes this list of different etiquette rules to follow whenever you are on social media. And it's not very long, and we are going to kind of talk about it. And I'm going to pause it as we go to talk about a couple at a time. So if you'll kind of, again, get your attention up here, that'll be good. Okay, so let's stop here and let's talk about these first three. The first one, protect your personal information. This first one is about when you're on Facebook or different Instagram, whatever it might be, make sure that you are not posting anything that would include your address or your phone number, and definitely nothing from your bank, like bank accounts or credit card numbers. There are people out there who are searching just for that. And, there's everything from identity fraud, where they can get that information, to people just getting your cell phone number and your um, address in order to try to sell you things. And we don't want to get all that spam or junk mail. Only add people you know. Make sure that you do know these people before you befriend them. Don't give them access to everything that's within your profile when you don't even know them. A good rule of thumb is to think that any person that you don't know, regardless of what their profile says, is some creepy old man in a basement. And I know that's sort of funny and scary and creepy, but it really could be. If you don't know them, don't add them. Make sure you also choose appropriate profile pictures. That's number three. The reason why I think this is a really good one is even if you have everything set to private, usually your profile picture can still be searched for. I know on my Facebook that I have it completely set to private. You can't see what's on there, but if you search my name, you're going to see my profile picture, and it's a way for people to tell whether they really do know you or not. So it's good to make sure that one is an appropriate one that shows you in a good light. Okay, let's see what's next.
What's a boy to do when you tell your tale and it never fails? I just end up feeling bad for you.
Okay, so let's look at the rest of these. Number four, watch the TMI. TMI is too much information. No personal health issues or family issues. It's a good idea when you're talking about social networking, where you're being social with the world, to not post drama or any other issues that you have, especially if they're with other people, because that invades their privacy if you're talking about it with the rest of the world. I am um, I completely feel like you should use technology if you are stressed and you want to talk to friends. But I don't think it necessarily needs to be posted on your wall for the whole world to see. There's a difference between your wall and your inbox. If you have something going on that you really want to talk to some friends about, then use your inbox, email them through Facebook or, instant message, text them, whatever that's a little more private so that only a few people see it, and then you can talk to them about your issues and get the advice or help and support. But it's not something to go on your wall for everybody to see. It is an invasion of the other people's privacy that it involves. Number five, don't post embarrassing pictures. That includes you and of other people. When you post embarrassing pictures of other people, that's very close to number seven with cyberbullying. um, Only ask once. Once is the key word here for someone to be your friend. If you keep asking them over and over and over again, it's getting close to being like a cyberbully and it's harassing them. Don't be a cyberbully. Be careful of the things that you type. Know that you can get in trouble here at school for something that you've done at home against another student, and that there's a record for everything, even if you delete it. Number eight, social media should not be used for communicating sensitive information. And that's kind of the same thing as the too much information for number four. Just be careful of the things that you are typing and that you are talking about. Again, the wall is for the world to see, wall for world. Just be careful what you're posting there for everybody to see and make sure it's not something sensitive that's going to bother other people. Okay. Okay, so here's another list that was on another site that people mentioned that is good social networking etiquette. And again, social networking's like those sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and whatnot. If you don't know, don't friend. We've already talked about that one. Behave online as you would offline. I feel like this one is even, I want to take it a step farther because I feel like you need to behave better online. There is a record of everything you do online. Once you hit send or post or enter whatever it is that gets it or published online, it's now there's a record of your behavior. And just like you guys would act differently if right now you were being videotaped so that we could turn around and watch it with Miss Hunter, Mr. Watkins, and your parents. It would be a very different classroom atmosphere. I would think most of you might act a little bit different than what you do on a normal basis. Well, being online is sort of the same thing. Your activity can be tracked and traced back to you if it comes, to something that's important or illegal or bullying. Number three is respect people's online privacy. That kind of talks about what we said about making sure not to post the drama that's on there. It also needs to be careful not to post anything on someone's wall that they're trying to keep private. And you might not even realize they're wanting to keep it private, but don't start rumors and things like that by just asking simple questions about things you don't know about. For example, if someone were to leave right now in this class to go to the office, and let's say it's not for anything that they're in trouble. Well, if you post on their wall, hey man, why'd you go to the office? Then that's just going to start rumors. It might make their parents, wonder what's going on if they're lying. And for all we know, they just wanted to count their canned goods or something. I mean, it could be something as mundane as that. But just be careful what you post. If you have questions like that that could be private to someone else and that they're trying to keep a secret, you need to use the inbox for that. Share but don't overshare. That's the same thing as that too much information. And this last little bit, remember, it is still the internet is just, it's the World Wide Web for a reason. And social media is where you are social for the whole world to see. So be careful what you post. Be polite. Don't share too much. Um, I think that's pretty much it as far as our videos today. Um, if you have a story to share, we don't have to go into where you have been bullied or anything, but just where if you know somebody who has maybe they have realized that someone kind of got information from them from their account information, or didn't follow some of those core rules that we talked about on this one and this one. If somebody kind of did something where they didn't do one of those, I'm just curious if you guys have anything to share about that. And then if you guys are finished, just talk with Miss Ramsey about what to do next. Thank you, and I will be back tomorrow. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to come back then.